SASS. Welcome everybody to the South Australian Sports Show. I hope you can stay with us for the next hour. We have got an absolute plethora of sporting information for you. So I'm joined by the great Barry Curtin. Baz, how are you?
Fantastic, mate.
Fantastic. Could not be better, mate. A couple of quick ones before we get going. Tex Walker plays his 200th game this week. 13 years with the one club. I know he's had some critics, but he's had some great moments.
Only lately.
2017, obviously, into the grand final with the Crows. The team he grew up wanting to play with. Not a lot of players get the opportunity to get drafted to the team they want to play with and then stay with the team. Got another contract into next year. Wait and see how that one plays out. I hope he plays on, but
I think he will.
No, well, we'll wait and see. But good luck to him in his 200th game. It's a bit of a battle. They're up against Geelong, who did a job on Port Adelaide last week, and they're playing some great footy. So we'd like to see the Crows get a win before the season finishes, wouldn't we?
Well, it's not going to look good if they don't. That's all I can say there. Because right now, mate, you've got to ask the question: who they're going to beat? Because they played the teams they maybe had a chance to beat. The North Melbournes, your Essendons, and even Collingwood, who had a lot of players out, but they didn't win. And the Bullies, they were in with a bit of a chance. Now they've got to play some teams. Now they've got to play Geelong, Richmond, and Bully.
Look, I reckon if you're looking at them, and we're trying to be positive on it, they're playing the young kids. They're good for a half, and then they're out of their depth. And so it might take some time. But mate, you're an ardent Power supporter. Do you find any part of you you'd like to see the Crows win a game?
No.
Because I've spoken none. Just a lot of people I've met in the last couple of weeks have been saying, you know what, I'd like them to win one. I don't like them, but I want them to win one. I'm starting to feel some sympathy for them from people that normally wouldn't have any.
Okay. Phil, let me take you back. Let me just take you back.
I know the history.
Let me take you back here to a comment by the then CEO of the Adelaide Football Club.
Yes.
Who said that Port Adelaide were irrelevant. Port Adelaide were a blight on the AFL system in this state and a stain, in fact. Now, Port Adelaide people don't forget that. So when you ask that question...
No, that's fair enough.
About do Port Adelaide people feel that they would like to see win a game?
No.
Port Adelaide people feel the other way. It's karma.
Yes.
They were... I can remember that statement being made. And in fairness to the Adelaide Footy Club at the time, they were flying and Port Adelaide were not flying. But to say they were irrelevant and they were a stain on the AFLs in this town... Port Adelaide people don't forget.
No, fair enough.
So
fair enough. No, that's fair.
If they finish Norton 17, then they finish Norton 17.
I see where you're coming from. Hey, I want to ask you this stat. I've been following this the last couple of weeks. So, I get an interest in some of the things in footy. Inside 50s. It's making up a lot of stats now. We are in footy. Inside 50s, there were two games on the weekend. St Kilda went inside 50 37 times. GWS 43 times, yet St Kilda won by 35 points. Now, a similar thing happened in... Sydney GWS game.
Exactly the same thing.
So sometimes the stats can be fairly misleading. So what you're seeing at the moment, if you're saying we're going to win because we've got more inside 50s, it's irrelevant.
No.
And we can get into it more complicated depending on angles and other stuff. I'm just saying another stat that's in the AFL that's actually irrelevant.
Yeah, I think a lot of. I think they're really, Phil, at the moment. I think they're really going away from the stats. Your coaches are now looking at not the stats so much. They're looking at other little things.
So they should. But do you know what the stats were originally? Do you know what they were originally designed for? Stats. For the media who didn't know how to report on the game.
And that's fair call.
So that's why if you go back in the time that you were growing up and I was growing up, you used to see leading goal kickers and best players.
That's right.
That's all you got.
That's all you got.
So I thought, we'll give them a few stats. Now we've got so many stats, you can't even get enough paper to put them all on.
Mate, blokes are winning best and fairest because they had 33 disposals every game and 40 disposals. Well, he must be best player because he's had 38 disposals. No, it's where he gets these disposals. If you're getting them by a little chippy to me and a little handball back to you across the half-back line, then to me, that'll make you the best player.
No,
it's the guy that gets in and gets the footy who's the best player. So a lot of players rode on the back of the stat era, if you like. When the stats first came to vogue, everyone oh, wow, stats. Well, he's had 38 possessions, so he must be best player. Well, I've never agreed with it.
Again, it was just a talking point, mate. They got out of control. Just quickly, because we've got to get going, mate. The Thunderbirds are on fire at the moment, 54 over the Vixens, who are predicted to win at 47, and we have got a goal attack that is a shooting machine out of Kangaroo Island, I don't mind saying. Stay with us. We have got plenty coming up in the next hour.